Hello, and welcome to the Smart Science Education Smart Science Labs Next Generation Platform Student Guide. And here I've gone to the login page. You can either use a username and password, or you can log in with SSO through Clever or other means. Let's go ahead and sign in and get started. So when the student puts in their username and password, presses the sign in button, they will then see a list of the classes that they're assigned to. Here we're going to enter Ed's science class. And then you're going to see a list of the lab topics that you have access to. For example, here we're going to enter simple graphs. Now, a couple of features that I'd like to point out. Number one, we have a home button and a back button right up here at the top, as well as the 5E lesson structure. On the upper right, we have a menu, which will show notifications from the teacher, as well as allow us to change the language. So, for example, if I want to change this language to Spanish, I can go right down here to the S, and the language will turn into Spanish. You can see it right there. Or, for example, we want to try Arabic, it can also change. And simplified Chinese. These and about 100 other languages are possible to use with Smart Science. Let's go back to English and get started with the lesson. So you'll notice the beginning of every lesson is the Engage page. And in Engage, there's a brief lab description students should read out loud or read to themselves. As well, you can highlight, and with most modern browsers, you can speak out loud any text off the screen. So this is very easy if students are a little bit challenged with the reading. Go through your reading, and then begin your warm-up questions. The questions will be marked if they are right or wrong, and you will be given a hint either if you get them right or wrong. For example, the tree size over time, if I say it gets smaller, wrong direction, the tree is growing up, try again. 5 seconds go by, I can try again. If it's getting bigger, the tree is getting taller at the same time as time moves ahead, yes. That's a correct answer. Let's go ahead and get one right, one wrong. Scroll to the bottom of the assessment, press review, and you'll notice that this allows you to get graded and continue. Also notice that review button was always visible and able to be used. Pressing OK, I'm going to see the results of each quiz question along with an explanation at the bottom. Let's proceed to explore. So now I'm on the lab page. And the lab page begins with a brief description of the equipment used in the lab, a guideline to tell you what to do in the lab, and then the central question of the lab along with the choice of hypothesis and the ability to measure from the videos. Smart Science still has the same interactive video measuring as it always has for the last 20 or more years. So how does speed affect graph slope? Let's just pick the first one. If the person moves faster, the line gets steeper or higher. That becomes my hypothesis. Now I can pick an experiment to run, walk, jog, skate, bike, or run. And just like Smart Science has always been, we're going to press play. We're going to watch the girl walk across the screen. I'm just going to speed this up. And when she's done, we have a chance to measure. Now the measuring is quite a bit easier now than it used to be in the old Smart Science system. All we have to do is click on top of the walking person's head, and she'll move forward automatically. As I click, we get the data points on the graph and in the data table. Now, imagine I click in some funny places, and I'm not liking what I'm seeing on my graph. It's quite scattered. Notice the save and the reset button. Let's just go ahead and reset and start the girl at the beginning again. Very easy to measure your data over and over again until you're happy with the results. So once you're satisfied that you're clicking in the right place, then you're going to click the Save button to save changes, and that will then become part of your list of saved experiments right here above the graph. Let's go ahead and do another one. Let's try jogging. Now the girl jogs through the screen, gets to the end, instructions are there, we can click on her head, and I don't have to take the entire set of data. Let's just take 5 points and save it. Compare jog to walk and see the results. I could take more points and save them if I like, but this is enough to complete this section. We recommend for students to do all the videos if there aren't too many, like this that has 5. But if there's 10 or more, maybe pick 5 to 10 of them you'd like to do. Okay, we're going to proceed on to the evaluation options. When I press proceed to evaluate, notice I can do the evaluation quiz, the explain lab report, or the extension at this point. So really it's up to the student to follow the format that their teacher would like them to do. Most teachers are going to have you do this assessment quiz and evaluate first, but some teachers might want you to do the explain. So let's go ahead and look at the evaluate. Notice I can look at my graphs. I can also go back and measure more graphs if I don't feel like I've done enough to answer the questions. What we're going to do is just guess on a couple of these questions. Go through, if you're the student, all the way to the bottom, finish each of them, press submit answers, and you can see now that the results are here from you doing your quiz. Right and wrong answers are shown, as well as an explanation of each question. Then we can move on to the explain. If you want to stay in order, the next thing would be to do your lab report. Again, you can see your graphs, you can go back, do more graphs if you'd like, or just go ahead and write your lab report pieces, review, and hand this in. We still have the download PDF button right here if you'd like to make an offline copy of your lab report. And for students, the last part is the extend, where you're going to get an extra credit question and write about it below. This has been the Smart Science Student Guide video. Stay tuned for more videos like the guidance on the staff pages and other things related to Smart Science Next Generation. And check out our website with more information, smartscience.online. Thank you. Have a wonderful day.